Thanks for joining me today. So today we'll be starting in our chair and then we'll be moving behind the chair. So we'll be doing a lot of different kinds of postures today, and it's really just to help you kind of move some blood flow throughout your body, and then as always to oxygenate and take some really good, nice long deep breaths and get inside of this body. All right, so let's begin just by sitting at the back of your chair. So you're gonna feel the back resting against the back of the chair, and just give yourself a scrub, a little side to side. Take a breath in, and a nice breath out. Yeah, just feeling that back, getting that nice little scrub, and then back to center. And then from here, we're just gonna open these arms and bring a bend to the elbow. So right here, you might say just like this, you might feel a stretch across your chest. If you don't feel much, maybe you start to lean your shoulders back just a little bit. So there's a baby little arch in your back. You might look up if that feels okay in the neck. So take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let these arms get heavier. Yes, this is a little baby back bend, but mostly it's going to be a stretch across our pectoral muscles. And then we'll bring the shoulders right back over the hips. Bend your elbows and place the backs of the hands on your thighs. So right here, maybe you close your eyes down. You don't have to. You can always look down to the ground. That's a possibility too. And just take 3 big breaths. Maybe they're in and out of the nose. Maybe they're in through the nose or out of the mouth. Either way, big breaths. We're just feeling this body breathe in, feeling that inhale as it moves through your nose, down your throat, feeling your lungs, and emptying from your lungs, up the throat, and right out your nose or your mouth. And then from here, if your eyes are closed, flicker them open. Good. And then from here, we're gonna scooch our behinds forward. So see if you can use your sit bones and just kind of move one hip forward and the other hip forward, just moving upward into your chair. And we're gonna find these ears over the shoulders, over the hips. The knees can be straight out, the feet might be right down below these knees, just not behind, kind of right in front. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna reach these arms out by the sides and take them up high, breathe in. And then swim away, exhale. Out and up, breathe in. Take your time to fill your body up. And then exhale, take your time to empty every bit of that old stale air out. Good, another one of those, breathe in. And empty. Good, and then bring these shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down, and up, back and down. Good. And then from here, we're gonna take the arms out by our sides, right out from these shoulders. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, close it up. Good. Inhale, opens the arms wide. Take your time to fill up. And then exhale, pull together. Like you have a little bit of resistance. One more. Inhale, push against that imaginary something. And then as you exhale, push against that imaginary something. Good. And then from here, open the arms, breathe in. And then as you exhale, just cross your right arm on top of your left. Yeah, it's like you're giving yourself a little hug. And maybe you give it a little wiggle, a little side to side. Kind of waking up your back, waking up that space between your scapula. That's your little wings on the back side. And then back to center. And then we're open and wide, breathe in. And then switch, so left on top of right. And again, you might give yourself a nice little wiggle. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Good. And then coming on back, open wide, breathe in. And then exhale, drop these arms. And again, shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, and up, back and down. Great. Open the feet wide. And then let them just draw in and go out and come in and go out. Just easy. Seeing how that femur bone fits inside this hip socket. and just kind of loosen it up a little bit. Great. And then come on back to center. Hands are on these knees. We're going to inhale and lift the chest up. It's that little baby arch. And as you exhale, pull your belly button to your spine, look down. Coming forward, inhale, lifting up. And exhale, pulling back. And last one, forward. And back. Good. And then come to a tall spine and just circle out. To the right, come forward, go left. And we're just seeing how this feels in the hips, in the back, maybe your belly. Good. And then go the other direction, circling around. Nice. And then we get to come back to center. Good. And then from here, we're going to reach these arms out. The palms are going to be up. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, reach the arms away from each other. Maybe those fingers open wide. So as we pull the arms from one side to the other, out to the side, you're going to feel that upper back maybe start to work a little bit. Right here, maybe you push down just a little into those feet. So keeping the spine upright, just start to engage those muscles in the legs and the muscles in the back as those arms reach out. Take another breath. Exhale out. Good, big inhale. And as you exhale, drop the arms. Wiggle these arms and legs. Good. So we're gonna come on up to stand. So if you need to use your chair to help you stand up, use your chair. Otherwise, bring the feet back on in. Scoot your tush to the end of your chair and the hands are coming to the heart. We're gonna push the hands together. So notice as you push the hands together how your core starts to engage. Take a breath. And as you exhale, lean forward, push into these feet, and come all the way up. Nice, good. And then drop the arms and give the whole body a good wiggle. Good. We're going to come around the back side of your chair. So I'm going to turn my chair to the opposite direction here, just so you can kind of see. But initially, I'm going to pretend I have a chair. So here's my pretend chair so you can kind of see me. Great. So if you need to hold on to this chair, hold on to the chair. If you're okay with having the hands by your side, do that. We're going to take the hands up, breathe in. They're going to touch, and then bring them to your heart. Exhale. Good. Take the hands straight up, breathe in, and then swim away. Exhale. Good. The hands are coming to the heart. We take a breath, and we're just going to sit back like we're sitting in a chair. So you can have the hands right here on this chair, sitting behind like on a bar stool, or maybe you go a little deeper. You can bring one hand to the heart or both. And it's that tail's gonna go straight back and down, and then the belly's kind of drawing a little inward. Just a wedge. Maybe you can wiggle your toes, so more weight in the heel and the ball of the foot. Reach the hands up, breathe in. Sit a little deeper, or you can always have one hand on this chair or both even, either way. Push into your feet, come up. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, swim away. Nice, good. And then from here, we're gonna take the hands onto the chair and step back. So it's that one foot and the other. Bend your knees and pull your hips back and gently drop the chest. You might have to play with, do I bend my elbows a little bit? Do I bend my knees a little bit more? See if you can make a flat-ish back. And just see what that's about. Draw the belly inward and upward. And then we'll inhale and lift up this chest, look up. And then exhale, easy bow. Good. And then inhale, lift it, straightish arms and legs. Exhale, bend your elbows and bow. Nice. And then from here, we're gonna inhale, lift up and look up. And take the right foot to the middle of your chair. Right to the center. And then from here, we're gonna bend that knee, just like that, and then take those left toes off to the side. So from here, we're gonna take this left arm and then open it wide. Yeah, so we're in a warrior, we call this warrior two. So I wanna show you this way. So we have our heel in line with the back arch or with the back heel. And then we're opening to the side of the room. So if you're like this, look towards the side. So here I am back again, and you can see how my body is facing now towards you, but my legs are going this way. All right, so this right hand can stay right here on that chair, and then the left hand's gonna reach out. Good. So maybe we have a finger or two on that chair, or maybe we reach both arms out. So this is what we call warrior two. Great. And then from here, bring this right hand back to the chair. Take that left arm up, breathe in, and then we're leaning. Yeah. You might hit his palm to face towards the right side of the room. Good. And then inhale, come all the way up. Nice. And then from here, we're gonna turn our bodies towards the chair, pivot the back toes forward, and just step up and stand tall. Nice. Reach the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, come down to the chair. Step back again, one foot in the other. Pull your hips back, gently bow down. Breathe in, breathe out. And then we're gonna inhale, lift up and look up. And now we're gonna do the other side. So left foot comes to the middle of the chair. I'm gonna turn the chair away. So that left foot's now gonna step forward. And the right foot is back. We bend the left knee, and then those right toes are just a little diagonal line. So the body's gonna be facing, the feet are gonna be facing this way-ish, but your body's gonna be facing towards me. So here, take that back hand, reach it towards the back of the room, and then reach the other hand forward. Perfect, guys. Take a big breath, and as you exhale, reach these arms out and away. Good. And then this front hand's going down to that chair. The back hand's coming up, and then we're gonna bend the elbow and lean. And again, the hands might come facing towards the front of the chair, and maybe you reach it on over. Good. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Awesome, guys. One more. And then inhale, come all the way up. Nice, and then reach in the arms again. Maybe look forward, bring that front hand down to the ground. Cartwheel the hands down, pivot the back toes forward, take a breath, and then step up. And then stand tall. Good, nice. And then from here, we're just standing in the back of the chair. So I'm gonna be facing you with my chair. And just nice and tall. Good. Again, hands can be right here on the chair, or maybe they're by your sides. Bring the shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, and up, back and down. Great. From here, let's open the feet wide. Great. And then we're gonna bring those toes inward and the heels are outward. All right. So we're only here for a moment, but the toes are inward and the heels are outward, so that makes the femur bones go into the hip sockets a little bit better. We're gonna take, I'm gonna be mirroring you. We're gonna take our right toes, lift them up, and then pivot the foot so the foot now is facing towards your right. And then we're gonna bend the knee. So notice my knee's right on top of the ankle. Try not to go beyond, either be on top or behind. Now look at those back toes. The back toes are facing kind of towards the chair. And then we're gonna do that same sort of thing that we just did. We're keeping the right hand on the chair. The left hand's gonna go back. It's gonna reach up, and then we're gonna lean. Yeah, so right here, for some of us, just like where we were earlier, the hand was on the chair. Maybe, if you're feeling like this is pretty easy, maybe the hand goes onto that thigh. If you're feeling pretty good here too, maybe you come onto the forearm. So lots of places to go. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now, feel your feet. Notice how much weight's in that right foot. Can you push a little into the left? Feel those legs engage, feel your belly engage. Nice, and sometimes when we want to go a little further with this hand, we start to drop our body. Keep your chest open. So if that means coming up a little bit here, that's great too. One more breath wherever you are. And then come all the way up. Nice. Now here, we're gonna take the right hand, reach it out, and then reach it up and reach it back. Yeah, peaceful warrior. So something that sometimes wants to happen is that front of this foot over here, that knee wants to go in. I'll show you from the side. It goes like that. So instead, have it go straight out. So if you take a peek right over there, it's gonna go straight out to the side. And then open nice and wide. Take both hands to the chair. Feel your body being, your torso facing towards me. And again, you might take one hand out, you might take both hands out. Good, take a big breath in, reach the arms, and as you exhale, bend your elbows, bring them towards your waist. Inhale, reach out, open your fingers wide. Exhale, pull in. And one more out, and one more in. Good, and then out we go. Bring the gaze into that right hand. Beautiful, guys. And then bring the hands to the chair. Bring your gaze forward, straighten your front knee. Lift up these toes and pivot them forward. So look at your feet. They're gonna be, again, a little more inward, like you're trying to stop in your downhill skiing. So we'll catch the second side. We're gonna lift up these left toes. Pivot on the heel and put your foot down so it's facing straight out to the left. Bend the knee. Good, and then reach one arm out and the other. Take a breath. Left hand's going to the chair. Right arm's coming up. Notice how my body's facing you and you're facing me. We're gonna lean. Might be just a little bit. The hand might stay on that chair or come to the thigh or slide under the forearm. But again, the chest is gonna be facing towards me. If you find you're dropping, come up. Yeah. And we just pause. Feeling that long stretch on this whole right side. Feeling your shoulder work, your back, feel your feet. Notice more weight in that front foot. Can you put some into that right? Good job, guys. Come all the way up. Nice. Taking the hands back to this chair. Then we're going to take the left hand, reach it out, and then go right up, and then lean back. So now we get to stretch this other side, but it's kind of a twofer. We get a little squeezy happening on this back side, and that's stabilizing us. Take a breath in, being mindful of that knee, making sure it's going straight out to the left. Feeling these feet, these legs being strong. And then open nice and wide. Awesome job, guys. Open both hands, maybe, or maybe bring one hand back or have both arms out. And then maybe we look into that left hand. Take a breath in and a breath out. Feel your feet pushing down into the ground. Awesome. And then bring the gaze back forward. Hands to this chair. Straighten the knee. Lift the toes. Bring them back in. Nice. Bend your knees and then step your body back on in. Good. And wiggle all that out. And circle your hips around. Good. And then we get to go the opposite direction. Circling around, seeing how that feels. Good. So right here, we're going to come over to the right side of your chair. I'm going to scooch it over. So if you look over, the left hip and the chair are together, kind of in line with each other. And we're going to have one hand on this chair. And you're going to all you're going to do is bring weight into that left foot and lift up the right heel. And then we're going to do external rotation. So take the knee out. For some of us, it might just go like this. For some of us, it might go anywhere on that spectrum. We're just moving the hip. Sometimes what wants to happen is we want to sit into this other hip. See if you can bring that in. Firm up your belly. Good. Maybe you take that other hand out to the side. Palm is up. Fingers are wide. So breathe in here. And then exhale, bring the knee back in. Inhale, taking it out. A little or a lot. Exhale, back on in. And then inhale out. And exhale in. Good. Now take your leg out in front of you. And we're going to take the leg out. So you're externally rotating that thigh. And then bring it back into center. Good. Take it out. Breathe. And then bring it back on in. Pointing the toes forward. And it's like you're taking that pinky toe side. And then one more. All toes forward. And then the pinky toe side out. Now pause. Get real tall, lengthen out. Take a finger to that chair or less grip, just a little finger, or maybe you let go. Good job, guys. Lengthen up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Right on. One more. Good. Bring the hand back down. Bring the foot to face forward again, and then just draw it back in. Good, and then wiggle that out. Now, nice and tall, we're going to walk around to the back side and move on over to the left. So now your brain knows what's going to happen. Easy peasy. Okay, so hip is in line with that chair, so you can hold on easy. And then right here, weight's going to go into that right foot. We're going to lift the left heel up and the arms out to the sides. Good. So inhale, take the knee out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, we go out. And exhale in. Just easy peasy. One more out. And one more in. Good. And then here we're taking those toes straight out in front of us. The toes are all facing forward. So again, try not to sit into this hip. Bring everything in. Draw this belly in. So we're going to do the pinky toe side. So breathe in, pinky toe side. Exhale, all toes forward. Inhale, pinky toe side. Exhale, back into center. And one more out. And in. Good. And then right here, pinky toe side and pause. Yeah, maybe you point those toes. Maybe it's a finger or two on that chair, or maybe you let go. Reach your arms out as much as you want. Draw your belly in. Take 2 breaths here. All right. Good. Last one here. And then bring the hand to the chair. Bring the toes back facing forward and then draw that leg in. Nice job, guys. Wiggle all that away. Good. And then one more time, we're going to do a little down dog. So bring your body to the back of this chair now. Reach your arms out and up. Breathe in. Swim away. Exhale. The hands are coming to the chair, and we're going to step back again. So take one foot back on the other. Bend your knees. Now pull your hips back. Bend in those knees and bend in the elbows and bow. Good. So right here, we're going to gently bend that right knee, and the left leg's kind of straight-ish. You can have a bend in the knee, but maybe it's a little straight-ish. And then we're going to drop the right hand towards that calf, that left calf. It might be up here. You might be up here. Anywhere along the way. And maybe we look underneath this armpit. Yeah, so we're just kind of getting into this left hip and your tush. Maybe you can feel a little something in that hamstring, the back of the leg. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. And then gently unwind, bring both hands to the back of the chair, bend both knees. Great. So you stay where you are and I'll switch out. So we'll catch our second side. We're going to bow down. Good. And then gently bend the right knee and straighten the left. And then gently look underneath that left armpit, maybe dropping the hand down. And again, it might be up high, it might be down lowish. So we're just kind of looking on over. Yeah, I think this is good. So you just kind of see how it feels. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And then gently unwind. Bring both hands back to the back of that chair. Pause. Pause here. Good. And we're going to slow halfway lift. Inhale, slow lift up. We're just bringing some blood flow back into the body from all that blood that was in our head. And then as you exhale, gently bend the elbows and bow. Letting that drain all back into the torso. One more. Inhale, we lift up and we look up maybe. And exhale, bow. And then inhale, lift up, look up. Walk your feet on back. Now, once you get to the back of that chair, chin to chest, and then slowly straighten up. The very last thing to come up is going to be your head. All right, good work. So now let's come and have a seat. Good work, you guys. So right here, let's bring the feet a little wider. And again, bring those knees in and out. We got to work these hips a little bit today. Yeah, just get nice and easy. Good. And then come on back to center. And then right here, we're gonna cross our right ankle over the left. Right ankle over the left. The hands are by your sides. We're gonna lift up and be tall, and we're gonna gently bow forward. So we're looking for sensation in this right hip. For some of us, we might just come down a little bit. For others of us, we might come all the way down and see what we feel. Maybe the hands are coming to the knees, or maybe they're sliding down your shins. Maybe they're resting on the ground. You can also bend your elbows and cross your arms on top of your knees. And just bring the gaze downward. So we're just looking for sensation in these hips. Take a breath in. And maybe a slow sigh out of the mouth. 2 more breaths. Feel your back starting to soften. Those muscles in the legs start to stretch a little bit more, and the hip, you're behind. And then we're going to slowly bring the hands back on up to these knees and just straighten the elbows. Take your time, chin to chest. And the very last thing is we'll lift the head. Good, and then we're going to catch the second side. So now left ankle crosses over the right. So sides can be different, so don't be surprised. Hands are by your sides. We're gonna lengthen up the spine, take a big breath, and then slow come forward. Slow, slow, slow. What do you feel on this left side? And then brace yourself, bend in the elbows, hands on the knees, maybe your forearms, maybe you slide your body down and drop the head. Go to the place at the beginning of the sensation. You don't have to go to 150 million%. Just come to the place where you're like, hey, I started to feel this. Pause, find that spot, and just take some good breaths. Long breath in and out, maybe through the nose if you can. If you feel like it'd be nice to breathe out of the mouth, feel free. Nice job, guys. So it's always nice to work muscles and then pause and stretch those muscles out. And then from here, one more breath, fill up. Exhale, release. Good, and then bring the hands onto the knees, the elbows are by your sides, and we slowly straighten up the elbows, helping the body to lift up. The chin is coming to the chest. And at the very end, we lift up the head. Good, awesome, guys. So again, we're gonna undo these legs, bring those knees in and out, nice and easy. Yep. And then hands are on the knees, inhale, lifting this chest and looking up. And then exhale, easy, pull your belly button to your spine, look down. Stay here for a moment and then gently move the chin from side to side. Stretching out the tops of these shoulders, stretching out that place between your scapula. Good. And then come on back to stillness. And then lengthen up the spine. Take a big breath in and a long sigh out. Reach your arms out and up. Breathe in. And then exhale, swim away. Good, and then bring those legs back in. And then we're gonna walk our tushes all the way to the back of that chair. Find your backrest into the back of the chair and give yourself that scrub again. A little side to side. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and then come on back to center. And then from here, just bring the backs of the hands to rest on your thighs, or they might be palms down, or you might have one hand inside of another. And you might close your eyes here, or just look down to the ground, just starting to soften the gaze. And again, it's this long breath in. Fill up your body, nice and slow. And when you feel full, then slowly empty all that old, stale air out. And now, let go of controlling your breath. Just let your body breathe itself. You let the body just start to soften, using this chair to support your body. Feeling the feet on the ground, feeling your behind and your thighs in the chair, your back resting, these arms resting. And maybe you just are here for just another couple, 2 or 3, 4, 5 moments. Just letting your body and your mind just start to rest. And then from here, maybe you start to wiggle your fingers and your toes again. Just easy bringing movement back into the body after being still just for a few moments. And then we'll start to walk the feet underneath these knees. The hands come beside you. We lift away from the back of the chair. Find that nice tall spine again. We reach the arms out. We take the hands up. Breathe in. Gathering all kinds of goodness between your hands. Press it together. And as you exhale, bring that goodness to your heart. That place of love and kindness and compassion. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was a nice practice for you. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, namaste.